Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Mydefipet. Today we are taking a look at Fang. We're going to be having access to breeding next, and so I thought it would be good to go through the different ones and see which traits you might want to breed together to show like the highest stats. So I built a database of all my Fangs, and hopefully from that we'll be able to gain some insight as to what's good and what you might want to breed with something else in relation to Fang. We're going to be doing this for every single one, hopefully, as well. Also, we're going to be looking at specifics. It's probably better if we, from this point on, maybe if we can either look at the animals, the individual monsters, or we can look at the like horns, and I think that might be a better way to go. So because there's so many different types of horns, we can look which stats correlate better with which horns. So let me know how you'd like me to do it. Do you want me to do like looking at one individual type of monster, or do you want me to look at like a particular type of horns? The wings are so hard because there's so many varieties. Naming them becomes difficult. I think we need some kind of recognition system or official names for each type of wings. Let's get to planting some potatoes. So yeah, massive boost to level 33 following getting 2 rounds of compensation of 2 million, which was insane. I've seen some people get smaller, which I think's unfair, but it depends how much you were grinding and what you sent in terms of request. And I was grinding like a lot, like all day, 5-minute ones. So I feel like it was a lot, but it helped me get back the experience, and I think that's what the food is for, because they can't give you experience, it looks like, but they can give you food to help build that. We've almost got another chimera cage going. So let's take a look at these pets. We're also going to be doing 10 egg hatches towards the end, as always, hopefully pulling that 4th crown. Really want that for future in battling. So we're taking a look at Fang today. There's a lot of different varieties for Fang. Now you'll see there's, in terms of the types that I do have all the ones that I got pre-release of the beta, and you know they're going to be quite bare with some of the newer ones that I've got. So they don't have, this guy doesn't have horns or a pendant, but then as we go to look at my older ones, you'll see they've got the whole show, and some of them also get the brands on them, so don't have to search too long probably before we find a branded one, or maybe we do. Fang, show me a branded Fang. I've got branded Adonis, branded Rudolph. There we go. Branded Fang has spark, green wings, and frills. So this is what I call the frilly wing. It's because it's got frills. So we're going to be taking a look at the stats. Let's look at them. I built an Excel document. This is one which you can also join and add to if you want to help me build this. But I've listed all my Fangs, which is 39. It's not a huge sample to go by considering there's so many different variations. There's just some flaws with this system of logging, in that the total, we have some of the better ones. So if I sort largest to smallest, my highest ones have 448 together. But HP can be bigger than attack, crit, and speed, which all look like they do have an upper limit of around about 40. I suppose it can go higher than that, can it? 40 is the highest stat level. We got 41 there. So if they've got a high HP stat, it might tend to correlate with a higher total. We've got color variation. So I've got a blue, a red, and a brown and white variant. We've got the silver output that they give us. So the highest silver outputter, these are non-crown, is 342. And we've got wings, glasses, shoes, pendant, horns, tails, and ear. Now tail and ear aren't actually relevant. I started logging this, but then I recognized whatever the color trait is, that determines the tail and ears, so we can pretty much ignore that. Glasses, shoes, pendant, horns, and tail. Now there's a difficulty in that pendants there's not many different types of pendants. You've got either the star, which I've logged as looking like, so this is the diamond. I'm calling this a diamond pendant. We've got this, which I call star eye, because it's like I've got a star and it looks a bit like an eye. So star eye on green, so that would be green star eye on blue circle. And then if we can take a look at and this is just star. So this is white star. They're fairly easy to log in terms of the differences compared, because there's not many variants. They're just those three, but with different colors. Horns are very difficult to categorize. There's so many variations. That's a pretty hard one to determine which one's the better. We have shoes, which there are a fair few variants, but probably less so than things like horns. And then we have glasses, which isn't too difficult to vary. So we've got Kanye glasses, which are like the lined ones. We've got the kind of standard square ones with different rims. Sometimes they can have diamonds on. We've got small circles and we've got big circle glasses. So a fair few variations. Oh, and then we've got what I've called, so they're standard with a circle. Again, standard with a circle. They're the Kanye glasses. Lots of different colors of them. They're pixel glasses, I've called them. There is, oh, I don't think I've seen them on Fang. The concern is that do they actually sit on different pets, or are there only so many for each type? These are love hearts with love hearts in between. And yeah, so I've named these women's glasses because they're like more you'd probably see on a woman. So a lot of different variations. Now this was the fact that some of these new ones were easier to compare. So I actually determined that the green star versus the blue shoes, when they're added on, they can add 36 silver, and they add 1 speed, 1 crit, plus 2 attack, plus 1 blue for blue shoes, 1, and then 2. But you have to have a bare Fang, and then you have to be able to compare the when one is added and one is removed, what is the difference? So really quite difficult to compare, but there are a few things that we know for sure. So determining a higher score is definitely affected by how many they have. I mean, we already know that. So the more gear that we see on a character, the more likely they're going to have a higher total. So we can see the ones that don't have ones missing can really significantly affect both your total crit, defense, or defense isn't there because it looks like it's a silent stat, or might come up later. Crit, attack, HP, and speed. So really hit really low for those guys. And look, only a 54 silver output. But when they start to have a higher amount of gear, we see those higher stats coming out, higher totals, higher silver output, largest 342. So is there any, so what we need to see, are there any patterns within this? So I wanted to see, first of all, let's compare the colors. So reds clearly tend to be at the bottom. The problem is that the reds are in the after newer pulled ones, so the reds will probably have not a lot of gear with them, whereas the brown and white and the blue, they were pulled pre-launch and they're more likely to have more gear. So I don't think it's fair to make a comparison between those. I think one of the better things to compare is pendants, so we can sort the different types. So we can see there's a lot of similar ones there. So we can see with the yellow star on circle, let's look at their stats. They have like 144, 141, 138. If we compare that to white star, so from there we've got 146, 148, 147, 143, 136, 136. So some of them been higher, some of them been lower than in comparison to the yellow star on circle. Teal star on circle, 145, 140, 140, 144, 135. Quite low on the last one. And red diamonds. It's just very difficult to compare because we have when you're comparing those, they've got different glasses, different wings, and they could be adding pluses on. Which is why I think in future I will compare, you know, all the horns of all the creatures to see what the best ones are. And they then need to see which ones are more correlated with a higher stat. So if we go back to higher total, son's playing with my dog in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. Glasses, where do pixels tend to be? Okay, pixels, pixels tend to be at the lower ones. Small round with blue rim, got a small one. They don't seem to. They're across the board. Green rims. So I think it's pretty clear. It's very difficult to make comparisons at this stage. I think if we have, the problem is if we compare all the horns that we see, you're comparing them and you can't take away the wings, glasses and shoes and everything else that it has, or we'd be comparing different animals and they have different, you know, preferences towards different things. Like, think Gerudo favors speed, Adonis favors attack. So I think it's really difficult, but there's going to be an APK coming out at some point for mobile. It may be that we can data mine that, if that's all right with Mydefipet. If it's not, let me know. I won't do it, but I'm sure it should be fine. It's pretty standard across all games that you do data mine to see if you can work out the individual stats. What I'd like to see is I want to give you this in future. I want to give you the individual HP, attack, crit and speed of each one so that you can see that's the best type of horns that I can breed out. I don't think the colours are going to make a difference. I think it's going to be a case of white star, comparing all the stars, comparing all the circles, the star eyes. I think that's probably going to be better. What we need to really confirm, is colour a factor or does it not matter at all? Because that way I can change this list to pixel, Kanye, and compare them. I'm going to have to do that. I've got some research to do then. I'm going to try changing them and logging them in future without the colour and see if there's any similarity between when we have just that type taken out correctly. Yeah, I'm going to create a bigger list, obviously. If you can contribute to it, that massively helps. I'll share the code. Copy that link for later. So you guys can use that and add to it if you want. But without further ado, let's get into doing some launches. Buy new pets. Right, we do 10 pets every time we do an episode. 23 every time on this channel. What else have we got? I want to look at Mydefipet, where it's standing at the moment. So currently it was hovering around 30, so it's really good price at the moment for buying eggs. We're at 33 now. Okay, so it's had a big jump just in the past couple of hours. Gone up 10%. So get your eggs now. First one is Venom. No crown. Some of them have had the crown taken off them, but they still have the ability, so don't worry too much about that. I don't know why they've taken this. The admin said they've taken the crown off because they wanted users to determine the rarity of something, which really didn't make much sense to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't. There's some cool horns. Then you find that some of the horns and some of the pendants, they just look better. So I want to breed those ones out. I got a really cool spike, a purple one, which I haven't seen before. So I've evolved that and it looks amazing. Number 3. We haven't had much luck recently. We have opened about 30 or 40 now. Oh nice, the tiger with the whole shebang apart from a pendant. Love those wings, love the vein. I call them vein wings. They look like veins. Could be alright. Shame it doesn't have a pendant as well. But yeah, wings seem to be the hardest thing to get on your creature. On your monster, on your pet, whatever you want to call it. Right, number 4. Come on, give me that beautiful crown. A little tip as well. What I've been doing is in your cages, try and use 2 creatures in there and then save 1 space. I'm just saving it for when breeding comes in because I think that's going to be a real problem people are going to find. They've got no space to breed their animals into. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Number 5? Is this number 5? Let's call it number 5. Come on, crown. Okay, it's a badass spike. It's got wings, it's got pendant, it's got glasses, it's got horns. Could be good, stats wise. We're also probably nearing the 200,000 egg mark. Need to... It'll probably fall on a day where I've got work. And it'll fall on... It doesn't matter if it falls on a day where I've got work too much. As long as it's in clash with a session. But it's when it's in the middle of the night, which the last one was for me. Number 6 sucks. Number 7. Come on, number 7. Be that crown. Be that crown. It's a winged pupper. Also has the whole setup going on. Number 8. 3 to go. Come on. Oh, a bear venom. It's got nothing. Okay, well we can use that to compare in a venom one. Just have to get anything with 1 added on. So that's our base venom. That's quite good actually. We've got a bear venom that we can then compare to when one thing goes on. Then I'll be able to tell you the individual stats of that one. Number 9. 2 left. No crown, no rare. No good. Winged pupper. I mean, we're getting some good stuff with everything on it. Yeah, see, like those tails are exclusive to winged pupper. Because Fang doesn't get tails. What it's got is its like base tail, depending on its color. Final one. Come on. Give me that crown. Give me that rare. mean, the pulls haven't been too bad in terms of setup wise. Last time we got nothing good. They might have some good stats in there. Oh no, it's frozen. Nope, here we go. Final leg is a tiger with no wings, no pendant. Right, let's check these out. Let's go in game, and I can show you my brand new spike. Who are bred just for colour. Version 1.0.0331. Remember that. Yeah. Alright, my pets. Get the numbers on this. This should be at the end. Okay, we're at 18295 now. 188,295. So starting with, we got a Venom, not bad stats, good silver. Adonis without wings, not bad. Tigra, everything but the pendant, attack 38 speed, 54 health. Winged Pupper, this was a bad one. You suck. Spike, ooh, big HP, 64 HP. Attack 37, crit 35, speed 40. Not bad. Not bad at all. Venom, right? Oh, this wasn't a bear one. We did get glasses on it. We've got a horn and a tail on this one. Ah, this is the bear one. Has nothing. 37, 30, 36, and 48. So none of these add any health to Venom. 37 attack. Out of those, they all contribute, adding 5 to attack. Critical, one of these adds 1, and speed. Together they add 7 speed. Silver comparisons, 257 versus 387. This Winged Pupper has a 44 critical, which is pretty big. Not my best though, I don't think. This one has 41, 40 speed, 472, 565 silver. Though is a big silver output. And then finally we had Tigra, who's no good, no luck. Continue the bad luck with getting no crown, but hopefully a next episode. So what I'm gonna probably do is listen to some feedback from you guys. But I think I'm gonna prioritize the moment. Labeling of all the horns or a certain trait. I'll probably start with pendants. It's probably going to be the easiest to compare. So let's go with that. I'm just wondering if we can do pendants. Comparison of how many other traits they have, maybe. I'll work something out and try and get a good enough data to show you so you know what to breed when it comes out. Apart from that, that is all for this one. If you have found it helpful or enjoyable, please hit the like button. It always helps the channel. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That's all from me. See you guys soon.